jealous God. Once again, God has other emotions besides love. God is not all love. God has other emotions besides love. He loves black people, but he's also jealous. He's also jealous when the people he loves follow another God, follow another philosophy, follow another power.
ISUPK.
All I'm going to tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to ISUPK on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to ISUPK.
Verse 1. Jeremiah 10 verse 1. We're going to show you in this Bible. We're going to give you one of the many reasons why the black community is suffering and dying the way we are. We're going to show you why the black community can never rise up from the state of destruction that we are in today. We're going to show you why. We're going to show you why we fail as a people. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. Do not learn the way of the heathen. Black man, you fail because you live like white people. That's why we fail in the black community, because we think we can be gangsters like the white man. Black man compared to the white man, you are a terrible criminal. You're terrible at being a criminal. You're terrible at being a thug, at being a gangster. I know, because there's thousands of you in jail right now. Black men getting locked up every day for anything. You are a terrible criminal, black man. Because God does not want you to be a criminal. God does not want you to be a thug and a gangster. That's the white man's job. Let white people be evil. Let white people be criminals. That's what they're good at. But black man, you're supposed to follow God. You were supposed to have some type of morality, some type of sense of right and wrong. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. Christianity is the way of the heathen. That is a white man's religion. Christianity has nothing to do with black people. The white man gave you Christianity so you can be a good slave to him. He gave you a white God. He gave you a white Jesus, so you can look up to God, look up to Jesus as a white man, and you can follow all these other white people as such. You look at every white man like he's a God. You look at every white man like he's Jesus, because your whole life, your only image of God, your only image of Christ was a white person. Every time you think about God, every time you think about Jesus, a picture of a white man pops up in your head, because that religion was given to you by the white man to control you. And we continue to take it in, and that's why we destroy it as a people. We don't. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. You go in that Islam and you get dismayed by the signs of heaven. When you look up in the stars and you're afraid about what you see, or you're amazed by what you see, and you worship what you see in the stars. What's famous in Islam? What's famous? That crescent moon and that star. A famous symbol of Islam. Because you follow the Arabs and you live like the Arabs. And the Arabs they was out in the desert. Out in the desert in the camel somewhere, and they looked up to the stars for navigation. And eventually they begin to worship the stars. Eventually begin to worship the constellations and the moon. But black man, you gotta worship the Most High. You gotta follow God rather than the stars and the moon. You gotta follow God. You gotta follow a real power rather than a rock in Mecca. Real. For the heathen are dismayed at them. Well, once again, the heathen are dismayed at them. Give me Amos 5:21. Yeah, 5:21. Give me Amos 5 verse 21. Once again, black man, you fail because you follow white people. You fail because you follow Arabs. You follow other races of people in the way they live. How does a white man live? How does a white man live? How does a heathen live? A white man is a homosexual. A white man is a murderer, kills unjustly. A white man is a thief. That's the way of the white man. And black man, you have clung to it. Black people, we have clung to the ways of white people. We clung to the ways of America, and that's why brothers like Junior died. That's why brothers like him are stabbed to death or shot in the street and killed by their own brother because we cling to the way of other guys and other races of people. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days. God hates and he despises your feast days. Meaning God, he has his own feast days. God has his own holidays that he gave to his people. But there's other holidays that he hates and he despises. And then next week, everybody's going to go out and they're going to celebrate the 4th of July. They're going to go out, they're going to bust firecrackers, they're going to cook out to celebrate the white man's independence and show how much of a slave you are to America. What is a black man doing? What is a black person doing celebrating the 4th of July? In 1776, on the 4th of July, you was a slave. Your ancestors were slaves in 1776 on the 4th of July. When the white man got his independence from Great Britain, you were a slave picking cotton. You had no independence. You had no freedom. The 4th of July is not a holiday for black people. It's a holiday for white Americans. White people in the U.S. to celebrate their victories and celebrate their freedom. But black man, you have found no freedom in America. You have found no freedom in this country. We don't. And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. The most time when you pray over that meal, when you pray over that 4th of July dinner, you pray over that Christmas dinner, over that Thanksgiving dinner, the Most High does not hear you. God does not hear you. When you pray to the Most High, God does not hear you. Every time in your life that you have prayed to God, you were talking to nobody. You were talking to nobody because God is not on your side.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, boy, this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.